Moin! So, I have something a little bit different for you today. I am commentating on the finals of the tourney in which me and LF played. And yeah, I have the first game of the losers bracket of the second day of the tourney. And it's gonna be Team Root against Team MALOY. I will post the full names of the teams in the title or wherever. But yeah, it's gonna be game one of Root versus MALOY. I will go over every unit, I guess, and everything, but I will not go into big detail. I haven't watched those games myself yet. I haven't seen the outcomes of the games. The only thing I saw is who won the whole tourney, but I won't spoil you and I didn't spoil myself too much. So let's see for some nice games. And yeah, we are just in here and I will start it right now. I will go double speed at points or even a little bit faster to bridge some times and to make this a little bit shorter. Yeah, and here let's check out the roles once they are done. So on west side it's Root and on east side it's MALOY's team. So let's check out now that everyone has rolled here. Let's see what they have. Okay, so on Root, on bad we have the EA lane. Here we have an egg sentry lane on Kunga. On Moa we will have an aqua lane with some decent or nice ads, it seems. And on purple it's a reroll, or on Root it's a reroll from Gate Guard into different in Cannon and Dark Mage. So overall this looks like a strong rolls from west side. Let's check out east side. So Blinden has aqua as well. On MALOY we have Monkey with Peasants from the first roll, sold some, so probably gonna go double Monkey here. They are kinda afraid of warriors. Here we have a Hammer Militia start on Woohoo, and we have a Defiler Exec start on JP. So overall, good rolls, good YOLOs, no real holder potential on any side. This one might be a holder with some cavalry mix with the militias in the back. On this side, maybe he can go holder. This can be a nice holder with Exec and Sabers. So west side has a clear holder, no side did send warriors, so no one has any income here, and we see attack on west. So they try to go straight 7 or maybe a 5 cent depending on how the game goes till then. But they don't plan to send early, so they went for income early. So 4 attack on their king and 0 attack on the opponent's team. So east side is gonna plan to send at some point. With Exec Night Saber holder, it's quite strong to hold with that. Overall, nothing really interesting here. Okay, interesting captain, not that bad. So maybe he is gonna go holder with just one sentry and then gonna go for Apprentice and Hydra. That's an option here. This one is probably gonna be a YOLO, but can do decent if he managed to get a War Chief at some point and some Night Sabers. But let's see how the game goes. East side won't be under much pressure early game since west side did their lumberjack. No send yet. I will fast forward a little bit. Nothing that interesting coming. I think I will just check out their builds real quick after this time. So he's gonna go EA just. This is not gonna be able to be a second Night Saber, so he is either gonna go X-Split now, or he's gonna do for a third sentry. Upgraded cannon here, normal aqua build, triple monkey, so probably not gonna go holder. Here we have the Defiler now, interesting choice, and we have a Night Saber. So no send till 3, normal push builds, or normal holdy push builds. Some lanes can still transform, and some are designated holders for sure. Yes, this one. So when is East gonna send? This is quite interesting since they did not do the income yet, the king upgrade, so I assume they are going straight 5, but can't be sure about that. Will straight 5 work? The EA lane won't be faced by it much. Depending on how much they build, they can even go mid. If he goes triple EA here, he can be mid. This lane is gonna eat full. I think the egg need to be a little bit further to the left. This is gonna leak no matter what, and this can do wellish depending on whether or not he gets a second cannon, which he does not, so probably just gonna get the Bone Warrior. Question is, do they send 3? Are there gonna be any free leaks? Does not really look like it. Only lane 380 on him, but that's not gonna free leak, so there will be no free leak. And Militia, Hammer Militia really bad on 4, of course, but Night Saber is quite strong, so it looks like he is gonna be the holder, getting the second Night Saber with the hammer here, so it's gonna be decent for him on 6 as well. And is their ascent. They are still waiting whether or not there's gonna be a leak. And it's not gonna be, and do they send? And there was a leak from Orange, okay, which I thought would hold, but apparently it did not. And West gets a free scout here, and they are scouting Night Saber, they are scouting Defiler, Captain, and Aqua. So overall, quite the weak-looking scout here, but not much of much push, but not much holder potential. So this is their holder potential here. Interesting placement of the Dwarf Apprentice. I would have placed it right behind the egg, but yeah, not quite sure if it's gonna tank then, or if this way it's gonna be fine with the turret placement. Blue went for the egg split here, so he will have part of the wave run to the left side. I think this one needs to be placed at the wall, but maybe there is something I am missing. Okay, EA went for holder EA here, since East did not send yet, so 5-2, big, well, not big overbuild, but overbuildy here. Not too bad, since this is gonna do well on 6 already as well. Skills, we have Thornmail on West and Shockwave on East. And yeah, so this looks like a straight 7 out of both teams. So kind of boring gameplay it feels to me. But let's see if there is gonna be some change. Orange leaking a lot, but he's on 6-2, 5-10 value, so he went for the pushing way, missing his 6-3 by a little bit, and they come 6. So this is gonna be their send to break West. With Thornmail, if they leak a lot, they're gonna need a lot of king to not lose a lot of heals and not die on set. But let's see how they hold and how big the send is gonna be. This is a straight no king ups send on 6 with leaks on 4 and 5. So it's gonna be decent. 2 lanes staying low on East and 1 lane staying low on West. So Kunga is staying low here, so I think he is gonna be the lane to look at. This is gonna leak big. This is gonna leak big, of course, as well. Okay, so apparently I restarted here. Okay, I somehow managed to click the restart replay button. Not quite sure where I stopped last recording, but yeah, I am back to round 6 now. And I think, yeah, this is gonna be the lane to look at. Kunga's lane here can be mid, depending on whether or not the XX proc. Normally, to normal damage on wave 6, they don't proc, but if they're... Oh, so they are sending as well. Interesting. So the lower send from from west versus bigger send of east. It's gonna be 1.46k versus 2k, so quite bigger. Who has the potential to hold on east? I will check that real quick. So this one with the hammer militia can do well. Managed to get a time stealer in here, so this might be mid. This with the blacksmith can be mid as well, but if the XX down proc because the chariot will shoot them or whatever, then it's lost a lot of value or a lot of hold potential. This is not gonna hold and this is not gonna hold as well. So I will check out mainly blue's lane because I think that's the most interesting one. I have a feeling that east side is gonna do way better and west side with prawn mail is gonna need a lot of king ups and it's gonna burn like 2 or 3 kills. Yeah, it's not even close here. Night sabers are failing and this lane got eaten. He got eaten, and same over here. And on the east side we have pink mid, big mid even, and green is mid as well. So this game looks to be done to me. So it's gonna be a hard way to come back from this point. So yeah, if they would have not sent, they wouldn't have lost any heals here, or maybe just one, and could have sent a little bit on 7. But yeah, now east can just full send and go for it and hurt them, especially since they see that they will see that there is one there. So let's see how many ups can they get, how many heals are they gonna use here. I will speed up the process a little bit, so that we don't have to wait for too long. So first heal is done right now. And it looks to me like this is gonna be 3 heals or 2 heals and full mana usage. Either it's gonna be, yeah, not the best for west. And we see east is sending. So they are going for the kill, or at least for high damage here. This was 2 heals. And even with full mana usage, this could be 3 heals. Gonna be quite close, so let me slow it down a little bit now. Yeah, used the mana too late and now the mana and the heal is gone. That's worst possibility here. Yeah, and east is full sending. Ferment, Whelp, Spirits, whatever you can afford, I think was the call, I would say. Overall, the holder lanes here, the Night Saber and the Blacksmith Defiler lane pushed, so they got back on track with the push on like the other lanes. Blue is gonna have to do some heavy lifting here and try to hold some. Got his farm at least, was not farm stuck and couldn't upgrade it, so he's gonna get 2 eggs here, needs 1 in the middle as well, and yeah, maybe a little bit far to the right, but let's see how it goes here. So no send from west as they have to live, and full send from east as they have the heal advantage, the ability advantage, the holder advantage, so everything on east side's advantage. Okay, so it's Fur Permit, Double Spirit and a Whelp, so 2k send again. And we can see whether or not blue makes it to mid and whether or not it's enough for a hold. This Night Saber can't die. If it dies, it's over. And it does not, at least something I would say. And now those guys are gonna kill the serpent, but it did its job. It has its spell or its fast attack speed used as already. And this is 78 leagues with Thornmail without full attack already, and just a few Night Sabers in mid. At least he's lucky that the middle Night Saber did not get focused fully. But if it doesn't end here, it looks like it does. If it doesn't end here, it most likely ends on 10. So let's see if Moa can pull out some godlike control here, or if it's not gonna be enough. Hermits first and then use Thornmail to kill off all the creeps. Yeah, can't use Thornmail too early here, but with this much attack, at least the spirits are going down very early. the mana is still there. First heal is gonna be done now. This is gonna be very close, but I think it's dead. Mana is still on there. Every hit is a one-shot now. Oh, this is quite interesting and very close. Let's see if he can do it. But in the end, it does not look like it. They had a little bit too little regen. But even if it ends here, this game would, or it doesn't end here, this game would have gone on way longer. And is it enough? Holy, that was close. But East Side wins, so 1-0 for Team Malojnik versus Team Root. And we are back at it. Second game of Root versus Malojnik, even though Malojnik is not on the team now in the second game here. First game was won by East Side, so let's see how it goes now. I will proceed to play this replay, kind of the same like the first one. So yeah. Here we have Mystic with Rider, quite a nice combination. Mystic is one of the new units, quite strong in the early game, decent mid game. So overall, very, very strong unit. If you overbuild with it a little bit, you have a very strong lane, which can do well in the mid game as well. On Moa, we have a reroll from Polar Bear Peasant to not really much, though maybe he is gonna be either full overbuild or YOLO as much as he can. Over here we have a Watcher roll, which is quite nice. He's asking for it, and then yeah, it's a nice roll. Watcher is always great as a starting unit. And here we have another Mystic with Holder potential as well. So overall, quite the strong Holder rolls on West Side. On East Side on Blinden we have the Lot. So staying 1-0 in favor of getting Lord of Death on round 1. So he is gonna be safe on 1 in case West decides to send warriors, which I don't think they will, since they have 2 lanes on 2-0. Over here we have a dwarf fighter who can go 3-0 since they have a big holder against warriors. We have a disciple on Imba. So yeah, this is just one of the best starting unit, even though it's on green lane. Green lane somehow manages to be bad with the disciple. It shoots the missiles in a weird way. And over here we have an exec and double footman. So don't get this confused with the PV. This is this is footman with parasite. So this is gonna be an interesting lane. I'm not quite sure whether or not footman will one-shot the next level with parasite. I have actually no clue. This looks like a really interesting way of playing. Maybe malformation with parasite would have been better, but this way he managed to keep his exec and the footmans, which are not the nicest units anyway, but yeah. No team going for king upgrades here, so both teams are planning on sending early, depending on what info they get. But yeah, so let's see, what do we add? Ice Troll here, I maybe would have gone for some more Colts, but this way he managed to get 3-0. Here he went for turrets instead of the stuff which he had before, the Polar Bear with the militias. I'm not quite sure, but this is easier or better to YOLO, so yeah. Normal Watcher build. Drunk Pirate with a Mystic. I think it needed to be placed a little bit further behind, so there will be a share. Blinden staying 1-0, adding the Young Witch Doctor to the lot. So this is a no wood lane. Double dwarf fighter over here. Just a landmine to support the disciple, so he will get his second disciple on 3. And here we have a novice added. Yeah, as you can see, the footmans are one-shotting here. I actually don't know if they do one-shot without parasite on 2, but yeah, with parasite they do for sure. Any team sending? Yes. Here we have Blood Orcs and Spirits being sent for round 3 by the West Side. How well is East gonna handle this? This is not gonna be mid. The Dwarf Rifleman is really, really bad. The 2-0 lane, lane added an exec, which is decent, but it lacks a lot of damage output. But staying 1-0 for 3 would have really not been worth it if they don't send. Now he will bite his ass. This one will full clear, maybe go mid, depending on the focus. Yeah, and this one I am not sure. Maybe he can be mid, but I think Footman with Parasite will two-shot here for sure. I will check that real quick and then I will watch this lane, since I think it's gonna be the most interesting. He got the Blood Orc, he got the Blood Orc. Oh, and they are one-shotting, so this is gonna be mid. Quite big, I would assume. And this Blood Orc is gonna wreck all the front line, and once the Dwarf Rifleman is down, all the damage is done as well. He even has a good focus, so this is a nice aggro for him, having the Rifleman tank a lot, but not dying for a long time. So even got lucky here. The lot is leaking, not too much, but still some. And yeah, like I assumed, pink is mid, but it's not gonna be too big, so he will, yeah, maybe kill 10 creeps, maybe all of those here. Once the Blood Orcs are going in, it's gonna be death for our little Crusader. So 17 to King, they scout no upgrades, no region, they will scout after the creeps are dead. Yeah, so let's speed up through this a little bit. This is most likely not a heal, and west side now has the income advantage, but east side has the opportunity on their hand. So they can decide when to send, and west side has to stay prepared for it. Are there any real overbuilds? So this one, he went for the Frenzy Goal. That's quite an interesting choice. I would have rather gone for the Colt. It's just 6 where the Frenzy Goal has advantages. Well, the Colt, the Rider, of course. Turret is pusher lane. Purple seems to be the one who's gonna stay a little bit lower. Root with his Mystic and yeah, those units. And we have Watcher, just your average Watcher lane, full pushing. This is gonna be a real YOLO as well. So when is East gonna send? What is their decision? Maybe they could have thought about doing one region, just to have the King heal a lot faster. It's well close to triple the heal per second than having no upgrades. And one region more, at least I assume, would not change West's playstyle as much. If they don't... If they do this, west side won't think, okay, they did a region, they can't send now. But they are sending now on 5, so it's gonna be Blood Orcs, Ferb, maybe a Hermit, depending on how much wood they have, or Spirits. But they decided Blood Orc is a must. But is it the best send? We will see when we can check out the lanes again. Blood Orc is strong against... yeah, normal armor units, of course, like Night Saber. Some of the best holds on 5, or like really holder units on 5, are broken down by Blood Orc. Some units like heavy armor, melee units like the Crusader or Dwarf Fighter die hard to more spirit. But this is a big send. 2k send or close to 2k send. It's gonna be like 2k send on round 5. It's a big send. They have... West side has Immo and their holders. Let me check out the lanes. So this is gonna clear okay-ish. Not gonna be mid for sure. This is most likely not gonna be mid. Mystic somehow is good on every level, but fails to excite on 5. Is he gonna go double Rider instead? No, just yeah, placing the same spot. This is gonna leak big. And this is a little bit dependent on whether or not the Militia is gonna tank, or the True Pirate is gonna tank, or the Mystic. He wants some damage share on the Mystic and not just the Pirate in front, which looks like the sprint. So let's see how he's gonna do against Blood Orc, Double Spirit and a Ferb here. The True Pirate died way too early, so needed to be placed a little bit further in the deck. I'm pretty sure about that. And here we have, yeah, little leak, not the biggest, but off a holder lane for 1, you want to be mid against this send on 5. The Mystic Red did decent, but overall it's just 46 leaks. It isn't the most, and they won't need too many upgrades here since they already did attack before 5. So this is probably gonna be enough to just burn 1 heal and full send 7 then. And the full send on 7 against Thornmail from an immo lane is gonna hurt a lot. Who is there to hold it? So currently Woohoo and Blinden are staying lowish. No, Woohoo is full pushing and Blinden is full staying low. So he might be able to get a second lot here for 6, or maybe makes it work so that he can get a Hades for 7. Okay, so let me speed up this a little bit now, since there's not really anything more happening here. And we can go back now to normal speed. Okay, so anything interesting here? Nope, nothing interesting. Just your average priest lane more. You sure about that? Probably it is the best choice for 6, looking at his rolls, since he did not manage to afford the Grizzly, and this way, yeah, he has a little bit more sustainability on his lane. Don't really like the Null Savage. Probably just an early push here on this lane would have been better, since it's the lane which will give up, looks like. Should give up at some point. Yeah, this is gonna be Holder to a free send and to no send, and I assume that East is not gonna send into immo with Thornmail, especially after they saw that West already did quite some upgrades. So let's see whether or not they are gonna do more upgrades. Yeah, and the turret priest lane did not hold, but yeah, that's kinda yeah, what was to be expected. So the send is Chariot, Fermit, and probably add whatever you can. Did he get his lot? No, he will get the Hades for next round, and then has DPS in the form of a Dwarf Riflesman. So if they manage to live 7, which they most likely will, since they have full king and Thornmail and one close to holder lane, he is not gonna be easily broken on 10 either. So this game is most likely not gonna end on 7 or 10. At least that's my current estimate.
Research complete.
Okay, is there anything interesting to look at? Let's see. Yeah, let's just see how Blinden is gonna do here. Speed up a little bit, and then let's see. So he went double Dwarf Rifleman, triple Exec, not a split. Maybe a split here could have done well as well, but decided against it. And the Hades with Hungry Stalker. So this is quite the bulky lane. The DPS is not that high. Double Dwarf Rifleman is not gonna kill everything in an instant, so he has to trust in the tanking capabilities of the Hades, which isn't too great, to be fair. It does not look like he's gonna be mid here. So yeah, this overbuild did not really pay out. I personally really don't like a lot overbuilds, since this is often what happens. Yeah, his lane wasn't big, there was not much feed, but they got a goal on 5 and he was kind of prepared. Yeah, 4 leaks to a full send isn't the best, isn't the worst, but some other units would have done way better than Hades rifle. So how many heals are they gonna use here? I assume this looks like 2. No more Hermit there. And now every DPS is gone. There will be this one Chariot, which will just need 2 taps to die. Whenever he wants to do that. Goes for the kill with Thornmail, so the effect of the Thornmail will even touch ranged units. In favor of not using 1 shot, he took like 4 shots from the Chariot. I'm not quite sure if that's worth it with this amount of attack. yeah, they are -1 currently and most likely are gonna go -2. Or not. It's gonna be really, really close. And they are managed to save it, so yeah, good job. Nice controlling here from JP. And East is going for the 8 cent and West is going for the 8 cent as well. So both teams hitting each other here. If there is King League, East side has it way better since they have a lot of attack HP and they have Thornmail, and West side is on low King and Thornmail, so their skill is gonna do nothing to the Sand or to a potential leak. So let's check out how well their holder lanes are prepared. So this one is a holder, it's not gonna be great on 8. And this is a holder lane, it's gonna be okay, but the true pirate will just run in and die. Overall time here is beneficial for West, I think, since their push is a little bit better. And on East, how well is he gonna do? Yeah, Hades is not great on 8 either, but the Tree of Travel might help a little bit to get all the imps in position to tank a little bit more. But what happens on 8 is that the XX stay behind the rest. At least they are in front of the Dwarf Rifleman. This is gonna leak a lot, quite a lot. Should have pushed maybe more. And should not have went for this Hades and just be 7-5 here. I think that would be beneficial for their team. But since Woohoo and JP pushed, this is maybe fine here. Over here we see Red being mid. That's great for them since, yeah, like I said, their King and skill do not benefit or are not great against 8. And they are leaking way less here. Hades went mid, so Blinden did his job. 1.26k mid here, it's great for him. And overall, he got a lot of gold in mid still. It's 42 versus 54 King Leagues, so a little bit beneficial for West side here. With the Thornmail and Big King and 13 region, is this gonna be a Dero heal? Probably not, I don't think so here. So he's gonna go -2 and they are keeping the heal since they had a lot of region already. They didn't have any damage on it, so yeah. Okay, so who is favored right now? 3-3-5-5 in push. 3-3-4-5, so push ahead on West. Income wise, on the quick glance it looks like West is ahead as well, since Kunga has a great push here. He managed to get his push in very early with his Watcher lane. That's the strength of Watcher. And value wise it looks like on the important lanes on red, purple, yellow and green, the West side is ahead as well in terms of heals as well. So overall, just the King upgrade advantage on East side. The rest is an advantage of West side. But playing Thornmail against Immo always very, very hard on the early game, and you are kind of expected to be behind, to be honest. So yeah, let's see how it goes into the mid game. And I will fast forward 9, since there's not gonna be happening much here. There is a leak, and they scout Hades, and just Hades stuff, so they should send against that. Let's see what they are going to send. They are sending just double chariot for mass, and here we have chariot, double chariot lock for mass. So this is gonna be a little bit less mass. Overall send sizes are kind of similar. East sending a little bit much more since West needed more King upgrade. Oh, and I need to slow down now. Don't be too hasty. Okay, let's check out now after a little bit time was gone already. So this looks like a big hold on Bad's behalf. So he went is gonna go mid with Steamrollers and Mystics. So that's quite strong here. He is not gonna be mid. This is not gonna be mid. And this might be mid. I will check that out in a second. Double Hate is still alive here, so this is most likely gonna be mid as well. This is not gonna be mid. He is doing well. Probably gonna kill this one, maybe one more, and I don't think that he's got enough to kill the third one, and this one is not killing anything. So yeah, let me assume, yeah, this is gonna be mid. This is not mid. He is not killing the last one. He is going mid. Good job to that lane as well. And yeah, Hate is big mid, like I assumed, not gonna die on 10. And he managed to kill everything as well. So maybe I missed some units there, or I underestimated them. Either is possible. But yeah, this looks like no team is gonna lose a heal here. No leak from East and West side leaking 2 bosses. Okay. I will fast forward to the arena and check out every unit afterwards. East won here. Okay, so let's check out the units after they build or whatever they have now. Let me see the overview. So on west side we have one more push compared to this one. We have one more push over here, but this, so they have one more push overall. East side, or the income is overall same here, a little bit lower west, a little bit lower west. So overall east in favor on income, and on value it looks like they are ahead as well, but in heals they are behind. How good are the units here? We have a reroll with Flying Machine with War Chief, which I would have placed in front, but yeah, everyone does like they like. And Warlock, which is one of the better mid-game damage dealers out of a tier 2. So overall, great reroll for him. Everything on his lane benefits from the Flying Machine. So yeah, very nice. This is not going to hold anything. Even with Dark Priest, I don't think on his value he can do anything. This is weak on 14. Needs to reroll at some point to get some damage on his lane or some different stuff, I would say. And this is not going to be hold anywhere as well. Maybe if he goes full Mystic or full Whitewood Seer, this can be mid. And over here, let's check out the west side now. So this is very strong lane on any level. Yeah, it's kind of hard to find a level where this one is weak, since the Whitewood Seer counters a lot of the normal normal units, I would say. Steamroller is one of the best no ability unit. Of course it has an ability, but it's not that useful. The ability is just here for its damage and HP, and that's quite great. And overall decent auras in the Ice Troll Shamans, so quite a strong lane, I assume. Bad or not gonna be mid anywhere, but 15 maybe if he gets like 2 zombies or 2 butchers and 1 ghost, then he can be mid 15 with his high income, but yeah, not quite sure. And overall, this lane, I think I would have stayed on Whitewood Seer and would have just spammed those. Would not have bothered with the Dragonhawk, would not have bothered with rerolling, but he found a nice aura in the Troll Champion and a Sea Giant. So that's how the lanes look after Arena. And I assume that Moa is gonna be leaker, so he will for sure leak on 11 here. Let me go double speed for now. So yeah, this is gonna leak here. This is mid, and east side could after this round go full hold, I think. But yeah, for now he leaks as well. So let's see if they keep leaking. I think Moa does not really have an option to hold. Can't hold 12, maybe can hold 13 if we really want. Looking at this, looks weak 14. Okay, are there any interesting new things? Just got this Thrall here. Did not do the Flying Machine yet. Maybe he wants a second Thrall instead on 14. No, he did the Flying Machine. So is he trying to hold 13? That's the question. This is a High Priest now even. in a tourney game playing High Priest. That's the MOA way, I guess. Yeah, it's working quite well. Did get 2 heals, 3 heals off here. So 3 heals are 240, I think it was. 750 more HP out of that unit, not too bad. And yeah, he is leaking 12 as well. Don't think that he managed to get a butcher, else he wouldn't have leaked here. Looking weak on 14 still, and this is looking weak on... Yeah, you gotta make a guess here. Either it's 14 or 15, depending on how many wildcards here there are gonna be. But yeah, Blinden looks very, very strong on 14. Not quite sure if he reaches the helicopter and a thrall. But most likely, looking at this, looking at the numbers, I would assume... Oh, this is 2.8k already, since he's on 7.8. That's quite a lot. But overall, I would assume it's gonna be a 15 game. No 14 cents. Okay, does he go for a hold here? This Steamroller maybe looks like it's the best option to hold here. Or maybe it's just to leak slow. But I think triple turret would have been stronger if you look at the killing creeps on 13 rate only. If you look at, okay, maybe I can be holding 14 or go back into the game at some point, then turrets are of course worth than the steam. But looking strictly at 13, I think triple turret would have been better. But maybe he does not even want to go mid here. Maybe he wants the league, and yeah, therefore... Leaking here is nice, and it is a leak, quite convincing even, so yeah. This is holding, and yeah, he went for the hold on 13 then as well, so no more intel, no more scouts for, well, on east side for west side. Full scout again here. This looks so weak on 14 since there are no normal damage units, nothing of that sort, but it looks ultra strong on 15, so I'm kind of wondering whether or not east side is preparing 6th set. Everything here is strong against 15. So what is your plan, east side? What are you gonna do? Do you want to live 15? Dwarf sniper. Interesting choice here. Who is he gonna buff? Is he gonna buff anyone? Think
Summoning is
not quite sure which unit I would buff.
upgrade complete.
Not sure. Oh, he went for the thrall, so it's 450, which is less than the helicopter. So maybe not the best choice. I maybe would have put it on the helicopter since it's your most important unit here. Least tanky, best ability, so maybe it should have been the helicopter, but they are not sending on 14 anyway, so not sure. Probably they are, so west is gonna go 15 now, if there is a leak, which it will be. And east side is probably just gonna die since they can't really send into those units. So every lane here is quite strong, besides the leaker lane, of course. So 15 cent is gonna be quite hard for east to pull off, or at least to kill them there. Their wood is decent. I think they can get demon double Kraken Behemoth if they share the wood, of course, or the Behemoth, but neither team is sending. Interesting. So both teams gonna send 16, or are they gonna go for the race on 17? Which I don't think. I really wondering why they are not going 15. 4K, 2.6, 3.4, 2.7. So for Firelord Double Kraken Behemoth, you need 2.9k wood, which every lane on this side would reach, and then we have those lanes which can send like 2 locks each, maybe something else. And I think that send would break east. But neither team is going for it, so no point in watching out for it, or keeping it in mind too much. Okay, so Moa is gonna leak most likely again. Well, 15 can be a little bit tricky. It's used to kill units because the first level where you can, or lanes or games, because it's the first level where you can send Firelord, but the centaurs themselves aren't that strong. So this looks like it could be a hold, kind of depending on whether or not the High Priest manages to get another heal off on itself, which it didn't. Now the centaurs are flanking here and both sides are already sending. So let's compare the values of send till now. So 6k, 7. So yeah, this is your normal average send on 16. They are going with no Firelord and they are going with Firelord. So preparing for the race. East side decides to send a little bit more mass instead, and west side goes for the pure firepower, which you need to kill the king in mid. 15, 16k, so close enough. This one lumberjack, which West had more, paid out a little bit, but not too much. So it's like 900 wood ahead. They maybe had a little bit more bank as well overall. So let's see which lanes are gonna do well or decent against 16. I will fast forward till build time is over and check it. So quintuple steam here, some wildwood seers which are strong on 16. They can clear the units very easy. This is not going to be mid, even though it's going to do better than any other round where it would have, could have sent. This has some good units as well in the wildwood seer and the violets for 16, but pure darkness is just bad on 16, and the Hydra lane with wildwood seer and blacksmith and the royal griffin. Yeah, I think my earlier critic of him rolling the wildwood seer away is not justified, since it went to 16, and royal griffin is one of the best units on 16 that you can have. So I assume, let me check out, this is gonna be maybe mid. This is mid, I think. This is maybe mid. Did he manage to get? Yes, he managed to get another sniper eye on the helicopter. So this is going to be very nice for him. He got triple dwarf sniper. So I assume this one, yeah, high range as well. So this can go mid 16 as well. This is not mid. This is most likely not mid. The jungle terrain won't do anything. The dwarf blacksmiths are going to spawn there. Turrets further too far in the back, and this is so much dead value in the fire overlord and the guards and stuff like that for 16, so not mid as well, but let's see how it goes. So nice. Total send now 15.8k versus 16.8k, so West is sending 1k more, and they are sending big stuff and East is sending small stuff. Yeah, this is doing very well here. The tree of travel is helping a lot of on 16. Can't underestimate that. This is doing well. Now the next round of roots is going out. Sadly, the demon did not die early enough for it to matter that much. So he is leaking. I assumed he was mid. He is leaking. I assumed he was mid. So no mid from west side, and on east side Blinden is mid, but they are one heal behind, and they are fire lords and demons versus just fire lords and kraken. So even though it's 70 to 46 leaks here, this could possibly be a win for west side. So let's see. Where are the other demons? They died, so yeah, they might even hold this. Or live. So not even dying the race. And this looks like they are dead here. So yeah, maybe they needed to the 16th cent. East side played this very well. Did not expect them to be mid here. Maybe the mass send was better. Overall, very nice played by East, I would say, with Thornmail against Immo. Yo, okay. So what I did not realize last game was that, yeah, Team MALOY won first game as well. So yeah, I got that mixed up a little bit, and it's 2-0 here. So yeah, Team MALOY went to defeat Team Root here 2-0. So they advanced to the losers round 4, and the next games will be Team Full of Monkey versus Team Wilcan on the semi-finals best of 3. So we will see those games in the next day. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye bye.